Are you asking yourself, what is this Real Brokerage I keep hearing all about? How they seemingly come out of nowhere to become the fastest growing publicly traded brokerage in history? That is what I'm here to do with you today. Hopefully I'll be able to answer most of your questions. If you have additional questions, you can contact me in the description below. So let's start with a basic overview. Real is not a franchise model. It is one company across the entire United States. They're in all 50 countries, plus 4 provinces in Canada. So because they're not a franchise model, it makes it a smart choice for agents that are licensed in multiple states. There's one split, one cap, all their business from multiple states can funnel into the same financial pipeline with the same cap. Now, when I joined Real at the beginning of 2024, there was only 14,000 agents. 1 year before that, there was 8,600 agents. So that's a massive growth. It's almost double the growth in 1 year, and they've been around for 10 years now. Now, at the time of this recording, there's nearly 21,000 agents and growing fast. Now, check this out. T360, which is a third-party real estate industry consulting company, recently said about Real. Real Brokerage represents the promise of a streamlined brokerage future, one without expensive offices and a model that leverages capital and incentives to support organic agent growth. All brokerages can learn from the model and innovate to leverage similar opportunities for their agents. Now, I think this is a great encapsulation of what the future of the real estate industry looks like. Legacy brands that have been around for decades, and even some of them, 100 years, they're hemorrhaging agents to these new streamlined agent-centric models like Real. Now at this point, you may expect me to go over splits and caps and revenue share and other aspects of the financial features and model that make Real such a profitable model for real estate agents. But I'm not going to, because at the end of the day, there's cheaper models and there's obviously much more expensive brokerage models. And really what it all comes down to is the value and alignment. What are agents looking for? Different companies and brokerage models offer different value propositions and are going to attract different agents based on that. Now, what do I mean by value? It's kind of the buzzword in the industry. Everyone says you need to provide value to your clients. Brokerages need to provide value to their agents. Is what you pay to your brokerage every year worth at least the value they're providing back to you? Different types of agents want different things from their brokerages, and you have to evaluate what is important to you. I have found that newer agents really have no idea what's important at a new brokerage or what they need from their brokerage, and that's fine. You have to figure it out as you discover how you want to do your business and what kind of agent you want to be. Well, it's fairly common for experienced agents to feel like they don't need anything from their brokerage. They just want to be left alone. Now, I used to be in that camp. I used to think that, but I found that I was selling myself far short of my potential. But what I discovered is there's a big difference between wanting to be left alone and do your business your own way without your brokerage meddling in how you do business, and your brokerage not having any value or resources to provide you. You can certainly do your business your own way, but also be part of a brokerage that provides massive value and resources that you can leverage to enhance and grow your business. Here's one thing I really want you to consider. If you're not paying attention at this point, please pay attention. If your brokerage has not and does not contribute to the success you're experiencing in your business, you need to seriously consider a change. In my observation, agents get comfortable and are more afraid of the change and any potential pain that comes from changing brokerages. But what they fail to consider is that it's far more expensive and painful to not take advantage of an opportunity that's better aligned to your goals and where you want to go. I'm guessing you're watching this video because you're curious, which is a great place to be. I'm guessing that if you've been at the same brokerage for a while and you're feeling stale, it's quite possible you can be doing so much better and actually enjoying your career if you mixed it up, change brokerages, aligned with the right people. I found that far too many agents tend to be short-sighted in how they look at their financial relationship with their broker, and tend to only focus on the cap and the split as if that's the main factor with where they hang their license. But let's look at the big picture. If you're a producing agent, you're gonna cap, which means you're gonna pay your brokerage whatever that cap is every year, whether that's $12,000, $16,000, $30,000, you're gonna pay them a chunk of money every year. And your split simply determines how fast you're gonna pay them that money. But at the end of the year, you'll pay them that money. So really the split doesn't matter, it's really that cap. How much are you paying them? And then do you have a franchise fee on top of that? Do you have a desk fee? Cumulatively, what is that number you're paying your brokerage every year? If your brokerage even has a cap. Some brokerages don't have caps. You just pay them indefinitely as you sell houses. So the real question is, does your brokerage hinder you or do they support you? Does your brokerage make it easy for you to do your real estate business through their systems, tools, training, and resources that they provide you? Or do they get in your way by forcing you to use their outdated, frustrating, and time-consuming tech and transaction management systems? Now, at the beginning of this, I talked about what really matters is value, which I just discussed, and alignment. Let's get into that a little bit. What do I mean by alignment? It's all about the company. The company you keep at your brokerage, the company you surround yourself with, the people you surround yourself with is huge. Leadership and the examples they set and the standards that they keep for their agents is what sets the tone and establishes a company's culture, for good or bad. The company I was with before made the tragic mistake of not holding high standards when it came to agent attraction policies. And now they have a terrible reputation in the industry and they're hemorrhaging agents. Real Broker has some amazing world-class leadership between the founder Tyler Pollock and the president Sharon Stravitza and the rest of the leaders of the Real executive team. Their kindness, authenticity, and brilliance just permeates the culture and ethos of Real. And unfortunately, I've never been able to say that in the 4 companies I've been part of before, one of them being the independent real estate brokerage that I started and ran for 3 years in Seattle, Washington. You know, I'd said that culture, is a really hard thing to quantify and to wrap your mind around, hard thing to define. But I think Real has done a really amazing job at this by simplifying and articulating what they are about. The leadership says things like lead with kindness and the results will follow. We sell real estate. Without revenue, there is no revenue sharing. Work hard, be kind. These are all things that I understand and can get behind. They create a belief in a culture that drives the rest of the activities of the brokerage. Their message is clear and they attract agents that are both producing and want to see the industry and others in it thrive. They lead with collaboration instead of competition. They want to build and encourage each other instead of seeing other agents tearing each other down. I want to be part of that culture in that company, and that's why I'm here. So I'd say ask yourself, does the model of your company and the culture of your office attract and retain the kind of agents that you want to surround yourself with and work with every day? Does their energy and mindset inspire you and drive you to be the best agent you can be and have fun? Or do they suck the life out of you as the busybodies in the office complain and nag and drain the energy out of you? I may be speaking from personal experience. Hopefully that's not your experience. Before I get into my last point here, I'd say that if you have any questions about Real, about the brokerage you should be with, if it's going to be a good fit for you, go ahead and contact me in the description below. I'll leave a link for a consultation. I'd love to help you any way I can. So my last point about why Real is doing so well is it's radically agent-centric. Everything they do has the agent in mind. From their 8 different options for income to the proprietary all-in-one-place intuitive back office tech solution to their live and on-demand training resources. They have thought of everything and the agent experience is second to none. This is clearly just a basic overview and based on my personal experience and opinions as a real estate agent and broker for over the last 10 years in multiple states. But honestly, I finally feel like I found a place to call home. I found my people, and I've never been able to say that before. So if you want that same experience and feeling, I would love to have a conversation with you.